In the vast expanse of the galaxy, where civilizations stretch across millions of light years, and countless alien species populate every corner of the stars, one thing remains universally feared. Not entire fleets, not powerful war machines, but a single, silent figure hidden in the shadows. A single human sniper. It began with the formation of the United Human Alliance, a union of Earth and its colonies. As humanity spread beyond their homeworld, they encountered alien races advanced, often centuries ahead in technology and military strategy. The first few years of interstellar diplomacy were tense, marked by uneasy truces and violent skirmishes. But humanity had something the galaxy did not expect: the human mind. The human ability to adapt, to think beyond the conventional, and to overcome seemingly insurmountable odds would become their greatest weapon. While alien species had armies of genetically modified super soldiers, drones that could swarm a planet in minutes, or biotechnological monstrosities that could heal and regenerate, humans turned to something far simpler and deadlier: a sniper rifle. It started with specialized forces trained to take down high-value targets in war zones, where close combat often led to overwhelming casualties. These soldiers were taught not just how to shoot, but how to think. They were taught patience, how to wait, how to track their targets, and how to strike with precision. Human snipers perfected the art of anticipation, learning to read the smallest details in the environment: the direction of wind, the angle of light, the faintest movement of their target, all while staying hidden in plain sight. But it wasn't until the Battle of Solis III that the galaxy truly realized just how dangerous these snipers could be. Solis III, a desolate world on the edge of a forgotten star system, was home to a key military installation belonging to the Zalthar Dominion, an empire of brutal reptilian creatures known for their ruthless tactics. The Zalthar had recently expanded their influence in the galaxy and were threatening the security of human colonies in nearby sectors. A full-scale invasion seemed imminent. The United Human Alliance knew that to preserve their fragile borders, they had to strike first. Their plan was bold: infiltrate the Dominion's base and sabotage it before the war could begin in earnest. The Zalthar's numbers and technology were overwhelming, but humanity's strategy was simple: a small team of elite snipers. The snipers landed on Solis III under the cover of night, a small strike team composed of 5 men and women, their silhouettes barely visible against the backdrop of the rocky, barren landscape. Each sniper carried with them a specialized long-range rifle, designed not just to kill, but to disable entire systems with pinpoint accuracy. The mission was clear: take out key Dominion commanders and critical infrastructure, disorient their forces, and buy time for the human fleets to prepare for full-scale war. The first shot was fired just as the sun began to rise. A high-ranking Zalthar officer, standing at the edge of the Dominion's central command tower, was the target. He never saw the bullet coming. The human sniper, concealed in a cave hundreds of meters away, had studied the officer's every movement, every shift in his posture. The moment he stepped into the perfect angle, the shot rang out, and the officer collapsed, a quiet, swift death that reverberated through the Dominion command. The Zalthar scrambled, their once mighty organization fractured by the sudden loss of leadership. But this was only the beginning. The snipers didn't stop at one kill. Every move the Zalthar made was met with silence and death. A commander trying to rally his troops? A sniper's bullet. A communications officer sending out orders? Another shot to silence them. Each death was a precise, deliberate act that shattered the Dominion's confidence. For the Zalthar, it was as if the very ground was against them. No matter where they went, no matter how many reinforcements they brought in, there was always a sniper in the distance, waiting. The human snipers had learned to strike from places where no one thought possible, from inside buildings, from behind the mountains, from miles away in the desert. They became a myth, a presence that haunted the Zalthar like an unkillable ghost. The sniper's most terrifying skill, however, was their ability to read the terrain and anticipate the enemy's moves. Zalthar scouts would leave a trail of footprints across the dusty plains, but human snipers could follow those trails, predicting their movements with uncanny precision. The Zalthar's advanced technology, which included cloaking devices and energy shields, meant nothing against a sniper who had the patience and skill to wait for the perfect shot. Within a few days, the Zalthar Dominion's entire leadership structure had been decimated. Confusion and fear gripped their ranks. They could no longer trust their command. Their war effort ground to a halt. The entire Dominion military, once a terrifying force, was now a disjointed, leaderless shell of its former self. The news of the destruction spread quickly. The rest of the galaxy watched in disbelief as the once proud Zalthar Dominion collapsed under the weight of a handful of human snipers. Other species, who had initially dismissed humanity as a young, inexperienced race, began to rethink their stance. They had heard rumors of the humans' uncanny ability to strike from the shadows, but they had never believed it. Now, they saw the consequences. Human snipers became more than just a weapon, they became a symbol. A symbol of how one person, one mind, could challenge the greatest of forces. They were feared not because of the sheer firepower they wielded, but because they knew how to think. They could turn a battlefield into a trap, drawing enemies into the open where they would be picked off one by one, until nothing was left but silence. As time passed, the galaxy's other powers learned to adapt. They deployed counter-sniper tactics, created specialized detection systems, and trained their soldiers to be more cautious. But the human sniper was always one step ahead. After all, the human mind was endlessly resourceful. It could find new ways to adapt, to stay hidden, to strike from the most unlikely places. And so, the legend of the human sniper grew, feared and respected across the galaxy. It was said that if you were ever on the wrong side of a human sniper, your fate was already sealed, long before you even knew they were there. Because in the end, it wasn't just about the skill of the shot, it was about the mind behind it. And the human mind, with its capacity for ingenuity and resilience, had become the most terrifying force the galaxy had ever known.